Today is Wednesday. It's the 46th day of the Omer, which is 6 weeks and 4 days, as we continue to progress step by step towards that 49th day of the Omer and then the 50th day of the receiving of the Torah. And today it's under the heading of Netzach, shebamalchut. Netzach, which means eternity, endurance, success, winning. Shebamalchut, malchut, which means rulership, authority, leadership. And this concept of Netzach, nuance, this nuance of Netzach within malchut, could be understood in more than one way. Number one is Netzach that has to do with eternity, has to do with future, has to do with results, not necessarily just just right now, but the long term. And in malchut, in leadership, in rulership, a person has to think what is good in the long term, not just for just now, a short term. That applies not just in terms of rulership over a group or a country or a company, but rather also in a person's own personal affairs, in a person's own behavior, in the persona in the person himself. There's a certain amount of rulership, authority that a person has to exert over himself as he considers the right path of action, etc. And there also, a person has to think in terms of Netzach. What is the long-term effect? What is the long-term benefit? And if a person thinks that way, then the decisions will be the right decisions in terms of the authority over himself and over whatever country, company, subordinates, etc. There is another aspect also associated with this, which is Netzach shebamalchut. Netzach has to do with endurance. When it comes to leadership, a person has to be willing to endure and to be persistent and consistent and to not give up, but to continue on track as he resolves whatever situations that come up. And any situation that come up that need to be resolved, he has to take the approach of to endure it, and if it comes his way, it means that Hashem sent it his way because he's able to handle it. He's able to take care of whatever needs to be taken care of, and he just has to endure through it and to have the strength to continue and pushing through it so that he continues to on track, whether he's a leader of a country or a leader over himself, a ruler over himself. He also has to have that approach, and Netzach, which means to win, to succeed, to overcome challenges, and to have that in mind. And as he continues, he'll be able to overcome whatever challenges, because when Hashem sends a person or a ruler of a country or any situation, it is something that can be overcome. But the idea is to stay with it and to have the aspect of Netzach, which means to win, to succeed, shebamalchut, to succeed, to be able to overcome any challenges. But as we think of malchut, of rulership, of dominion, sovereignty, leadership, all these concepts, the best way to be successful in that whole idea of malchut is to be connected with the true King, who is the King of Kings, who is HaKadosh Baruch Hu. As the more we connect and we direct the malchut to Him, and we connect with Hashem as the Melech, Malchei HaMelachim, then we're able to be successful in the malchut, in the rulership, here in this world, whether it is over a country, a group, a company, or over ourselves. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.